Hi guys, Brand here, and welcome to another commentary video. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the idea that the community might have standards that are a little too high when it comes to not only their own results, but expecting results out of others. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our good friend Ottstarva. Hello friends, this is Otts, and today we have Hope. So Ottstarva is somebody who literally devotes his life to playing this game. So he is an expert. He's devoted years and years and years and years into refining his craft and playing the game as efficiently as possible and going in and essentially gutting the game of all its inner workings and presenting that information not only to himself but to the viewers at large as well. So he is someone who, this is his job. This is what he does. He doesn't go to a 9 to 5, come home, play a little DVD, and then go to bed. He eats, sleeps, and breathes this game. He loves this game so much and devotes almost most of his time being alive to this game. It is crazy. It is cracked. And that's great because it helps not only, like I said, it helps not only him but us understand the game as a whole. But I think when it comes to an issue, where it comes to a problem, is people like to look to people like Otts, people like Tofu, people like Scott, people like Farmer John, people like whatever. Look to these people who have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours, some of them playing since the beta, and go, well, Otts can win games with Trappers pretty consistently, so Trapper can't be that weak, right? And that's just not a realistic standard on how to measure the game. It's just not, because most people who play this game don't play this game for a living. Is that a weird thing to say? Most people don't play Dead by Daylight for a living. That's just not a thing. So, of course, someone who quite literally plays the game and analyzes the game for a living is going to get more consistent results with weaker characters in the game. This is not intrinsically tied to the idea of, oh, well, he did well, so therefore the character's not as bad as we think. No, he's devoted his entire life to this, which is why he gets more consistent results, because he is in the trenches. He could not be more soaked into this game, which is not, and this is the big caveat, this is not something you can do. Like I said, he doesn't work a 9 to 5. He does not go to a real life job. He works his job is DBD. His job is DBD. It's his job to be good at this game. That is not your experience. That is not a good way to measure yourself, and it's not a good way to measure others. I see a lot of people really beat themselves up when they do poorly when they play this game, and they go, well, so-and-so content creator does well. And like I said, it's just, it's their job to do well. It's literally their job. They literally get paid to know the games in and outs and to play super intensely. If you're working a normal 9 to 5 and you come home just to play this game casually, you don't have that you literally don't have the time of devotion that they do. That's not your fault, and you shouldn't measure yourself to that standard. And on top of that, you also shouldn't measure other people by their standards. Let's say you go into a Twitch streamer stream, and there's somebody who just kind of like streams the game casually, or only streams like once or twice a week. Essentially, they're not about it, and they're not paid for it like Otts is. And they're like, oh, well, Trapper's really weak. This really sucks. I don't know how people play Trapper in 2022. I hear that one a lot. How do people play this character in 2022? People will heckle that person and be like, well, Otts mains them, and Otts does pretty well, or so-and-so streamer plays them, and so-and-so streamer does really well. And that's not a realistic standard to hold them to either, because they're not in that situation where they're literally being paid to play DBD and have all these hours and these real-life hours to devote to being the best possible to play this character. That's true for them, but it's not true for you. That's true for them, but it's not true for you. That's just not realistic. It's not a realistic expectation to have. Not everyone can devote, I would say almost everyone cannot put in that time, effort, and devotion that these people put into the game. So A, you shouldn't be using it as a way to talk about and determine game balance, and B, you shouldn't be using it to hold yourself or others to a very, very high standard that you can't possibly reach. Alright, so that's it for today's video, friends. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one. Do you think that people hold themselves to too high of a standard in this game? Or do you think some people are just, you know, a little too egotistical, and that's the real reason they hold themselves to the standard? Let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, it's going to be it for today's video, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you so much for spending time with me. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow, but if I don't, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.